Hello students, happy morning. Grade 7 Science. Today's chapter number 11. It is our last point of this chapter, transportation in animals and plants. We are going to learn excretory system in humans and transportation system in plants. So now excretory system in animals. Student, you know that carbon dioxide is removed as a waste from the body through the lungs during exhalation. Also recall the undigested food which is also removed from the digestion process. So let us now find out how the other waste materials are removed from the body. You may wonder where these unwanted materials come from. So when our cells perform their function, certain waste products are released. And these are toxic. Toxic means poisonous substance. These are toxic and hence they need to be removed from the body. The process of removal of waste produce in the cells of the living organism is called excretion. And the part involved in this excretion form, it is excretory system. So now let's learn excretory system in humans. The waste which is present in the blood has to be removed from the body, right? So how can this be done? So a mechanism to filter the blood is required, right? Our blood, right, which moves in our body, right? By the way, during the process, the bloods become impure, right? Pure blood which is moving in the artery and it just reaches the all part of the body, and during that process waste product is created, right? So that waste product that we have to filter, right? So a mechanism to filter the blood is required, and this is done by blood capillaries in the kidneys. So when the blood reaches the two kidneys, it contains both useful and harmful substances. The useful substances are absorbed back into the blood. The waste which dissolve in the water are removed as a urine. So urine, it contains waste materials. From the kidneys, the urine goes into the urinary bladder through tube like ureters, and hence it is stored in the bladder and is passed out through the urinary opening at the end of muscular tube, and that is called urethra. Now you see from figure, now this is kidney, human excretory system. You see blue color, that is impure blood, red color tube, that is pure blood, and left side and right side pair of kidneys bean shaped, right? You see the ureter and the ureter which opening in the urinary bladder, then urethra and urinary opening, right? So this is the our excretory system of human being. Okay students, an adult human being normally passes about 1 to 1.8 liter of urine in a 24 hours. So the urine consists of 95% water, 2.5% of urea. Urea, right? It's a chemical, but here it is a natural chemical. Urea, it is a fertilizer, that is synthetics, that, right? But here the urea, that is natural one, right? Which natural waste from our urines, right? And 2.5% other waste products. We have all experienced that we sweat, the pasina hota hai on a hot summer day. So the this sweat contains water and salt. Bujo has seen that sometimes in summer white patches are formed on our clothes, right? In summer season you see there are white some patches that you can find on your clothes, and that is nothing but especially in areas like underarms, and these marks are left by salt present in the sweat. So in our body, sweat gland is there in endocrine system, right? So from that sweat glands, perspiration is there. And does sweat serve any other functions? We know that the water kept in an earthen pot, that is matka, is cooler, and this is because the water evaporates from the pores of the pot, which causes cooling. Students, the way in which waste chemicals are removed from the body of the animal depend on the availability of water. Aquatic animals like fishes, they excrete cell waste as ammonia, which directly dissolve in water. Some land animals like birds, lizard, snake excrete a semi-solid white-colored compound, uric acid. The major excretory product in human is urea. In our human beings, major excretory product is urea. Dear students, sometimes a person's kidney may stop working due to the infection or as an injury, right? So as a result of kidney failure, waste products start accumulating in the blood. Such a person cannot survive unless their blood is filtered periodically through an artificial kidney. So that is that process to remove out that waste material, because their kidney becomes failure. So in this process, the person has to be hospitalized, and that person under the process of dialysis. So this process is called dialysis, right? Where the waste product, it can be removed by dialysis process. So every day the person has to admit the hospital and remove excretory products from the kidneys, right? Because the kidney does not function properly, and it is very costly process, the dialysis process. So when sweat comes out from our body, it helps to cool our body, means it is also helps to excrete the waste material from our body. So our body feel cools when sweat come out from our body. Now the next point, that is transports of substances in plant. In chapter 1, you have learned that plants take water and mineral nutrients from the soil through the roots and transport it to the leaves, right? The leaves prepare food for the plants using water and carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. You also learn in the chapter 10 that food is the source of energy, and every cell of an organism get energy by break down the glucose, right? Plants prepare its own food in the presence of sunlight, that is glucose. So the cells use this energy to carry out vital activities of life. Therefore the food must be made available to every cell of an organism. So have you ever wonderful how water and nutrients absorbed by the roots are transported to the leaves? Means students, do you know how roots that will be helps to carry the water, minerals and food to transport all parts of the plants, right? So today we are going to learn transport of water and minerals, right? Now you see, students, do you know that transport of water and minerals, right? In plants, two components are there, right? And that component, that is known as xylem vessel. Here you can see the figure of xylem vessel. So when you take the cross section of stem, you find xylem vessels and phloem vessel. Now you see this tree, and now this tree, it absorbs the water and mineral from the which vessels? Xylem vessels. So xylem vessels and phloem. Phloem means food, and xylem, it conduct the water and minerals Phloem, it conducts the food from the roots of the plant. Okay. So, whatever the roots, whatever the waters and minerals are there, it transport to different part of the trees using xylem vessels. So, plants absorb water and minerals by the roots. That you know very well. Now the roots have a roots hair. You can see here in figure root hair. These root hair increase the surface area of the root for the absorption of water and minerals. Nutrient dissolved in the water. The root hair is in contact with the water present between the soil particles. Can you guess how water moves from the roots to the leaves? What kind of transport present in the plant? Okay, well, Bojo is right. Plants have a pipe-like vessels to transport water and nutrient from the soil. Right? Plants make pipeline structure hota hai, right? And that is known as xylem structure. The vessels are made of special cells forming the vascular tissue. A tissue is a group of cells that perform specialized function in an organism. The vascular tissue for the transport of water and nutrient in the plant, that is known as xylem. So xylem structure that we have seen just now in the textbook, that is figure number 11.7a. These xylems forms a continuous network of channels that connect root to the leaves through the stem and branches and thus transport water to the entire plant. So in plants, minerals and water conduct by which tissue? That is xylem. XYLEM. You know that now leaves synthesize food. Leaves is a kitchen of plant. So now the food has to be also transported to the all part of the plant. And this is done by another vascular tissue that is known as phloem. 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 And thus xylem and phloem, they are the two components which transport substances in the plant. Phloem, it transport food, and xylem transport water and minerals. You see here the figure, this plant, right? So when you cut this stem, you can find such type of pores. That is xylem tissue, right? From that it conducts the water and minerals. And phloem is also there in the leaves part. So from that food is conducted. And last point of this chapter, transpiration. In class 6 you learned that plant release a lot of water by the process of transpiration. You see that in desert area transpiration rate is more. So that's why in desert area the plants leaf like structure. The plants, they are thick in size, right? The plants that stem as well as that leaves, they are thick, right? Plant absorb minerals and nutrients and water from the soil. Not all water absorbed is utilized by the plant. The water evaporates through the stomata present on the surface of the leaves by the process of transpiration. So the evaporation of water from the leaves generates suction pull, means the same that you produce when you suck water through the straw. So which can pull the water to great heights in the tall trees. So this transpiration is also cools the plants. So here this chapter is over, students. In next session I will send you the question answers and extra videos. Till then, have a nice day and goodbye.